So Apple's first foldable iPhone is finally starting to take shape. And honestly, this might be Samsung's worst nightmare, because Apple isn't just entering the foldable market, they're coming in with 3 big upgrades that could seriously embarrass the Galaxy Z Fold 8. And once you see how all of this fits together, things start getting worrying for Samsung. Let me break it down. So first up, let's talk about the battery, because this is where things get crazy. Multiple reports are saying Apple is putting a massive 5,500 mAh battery inside its first foldable. That's bigger than any iPhone ever, even bigger than the Galaxy Z Fold 7s. Now normally, Apple loses the battery capacity battle, but here's the thing, they don't actually need to win it. iPhones already get better battery life than most Android phones thanks to their chips and iOS optimization. So imagine what happens when Apple finally has the bigger battery too. And that's a problem, especially when you remember that Samsung barely upgraded Fold batteries for almost 7 years. Now, to be fair, Samsung saw this coming. The Z Fold 8 is rumored to jump to 5,000 mAh for the first time. But Apple isn't stopping there. They're reportedly using advanced stacked batteries and high-density cells, so if these leaks are accurate, the iPhone Fold could easily outlast Samsung's foldable. And yes, Samsung should be worried. But here's where it gets really interesting. Now we've got 3D printed mock-ups comparing the iPhone Fold to the Z Fold 7 Trifold and Huawei Pura X, and right away, you notice it. Apple is doing things differently. The inner screen is slightly smaller than Samsung's, but the aspect ratio is completely different, which changes how the phone actually feels in daily use. Apple is targeting just 4.5 millimeters when unfolded, and yes, it's slightly thicker than Samsung. But if you followed Apple recently, you already know why. They're choosing battery life over thinness, and this is exactly where Samsung missed it over the years. Now, Apple is reportedly going for a completely creaseless screen, and that's basically the holy grail of foldables. Samsung already showed this tech with a new water drop style hinge that lets the screen bend gently instead of sharply. Samsung is also launching a wider Z Fold 8 to compete against the iPhone Fold, and is expected to use a creaseless display as well, which means both phones will look very similar on the front. And that's exactly why most people are missing what really matters, because inside, they're completely different. The real battle is happening in the hinge. Earlier leaks suggested that both Apple and Samsung would rely on similar hinge systems, but according to newer reports, Apple isn't just matching Samsung here. They're taking it a step further by using liquid metal, combined with an upgraded titanium frame. And that combination matters. Liquid metal is significantly stronger than traditional alloys, more elastic under pressure, and far more resistant to long-term wear. More importantly, it helps prevent the hinge from loosening over time. So even after a year or two of daily folding and unfolding, the phone should still feel tight, stable, and premium. And this isn't some last-minute experiment from Apple. They've been working with this material for over 15 years. This is long-term planning coming together. And this is where Apple usually creates the biggest gap. Powering this foldable is the rumored A20 Pro chip, built on TSMC's 2nm process. That alone points to some serious gains. We're reportedly looking at up to 15% faster performance and 30% better efficiency. But the real upgrade isn't just about raw speed. It's something called WMCM packaging. Basically, Apple is placing the RAM directly onto the same wafer as the CPU and GPU, instead of using separate memory chips. That improves efficiency while freeing up valuable space inside the phone, which is probably how they fit that massive battery in the first place. Add in 12 GB of RAM and Apple's new in-house C2 modem, and suddenly, this foldable looks seriously stacked from top to bottom. So yeah, Samsung has experience, but Apple is entering the game. And if these rumors hold up, the Galaxy Z Fold 8 might actually be in trouble. And here's the crazy part. This phone is expected to launch alongside the iPhone 18 Pro. And recent Pro Max leaks just took a massive U-turn. Click here for the full breakdown. This is Techtics, and I'll see you there.